It's the Thursday Morning House Call with Dr. Lane Aiena. Brought to you by Huntsville Memorial Hospital.
And good morning. Big Len with you in studio with me, Dr. Lane Aiena. Good morning, Dr. Lane.
Good morning. How you doing today?
Dude, it's a Friday Eve. It's going to be a nice weekend, a little hot.
Well, 'tis the season, as they say. This is about the time of year that I start getting ready for fall. I'm like, okay, I get it. I've had the fun and the sun and the swimming, and give me that first morning where you wake up to a nice crisp morning.
And before you know it, it's going to be Christmas.
I just can't wait. There's always something to look forward to, right?
There you go.
That's the right outlook.
So what are we talking about today?
Well, I had some patients. I'm always trying to figure out what we're going to talk about for the week, because it turns out, even if it's what you do every single day, it's tough to think of a new topic every week. Mm-hmm. So I'm always trying to listen, and one of my patients said, hey, we're traveling this summer with insulin, and we're worried about how to do it. I'm like, well, that's a great question. So here's how you do it right, but why don't we talk about some of the mistakes people can make in the summertime and how medicines may act a little bit differently in the summertime, because typically we think of medicine as a medicine. So the first one that we think about, and we've kind of addressed on the show before, diuretics or medicines in general that will affect your body differently when it's really hot outside. And diuretics were the first one that came to mind. So you think about these as water pills. We've all heard about them. Lasix or furosemide is the common strong one that we get on typically if we've got something cardiac going on, but hydrochlorothiazide can do it as well. That's also a diuretic, just not quite as strong. Very common medicine. Very, very common medicine. I write for it a lot myself. And then there's some other drugs that have diuretic effects that you have to think about. We've heard of Farxiga. We've heard of Jardiance, those diabetic meds. People that are on those meds will tell you, yeah, I go to the restroom extra when I'm on those. Well, you got to stay a little more hydrated. You're drying out. And in these hot summers, here in Texas, man, you gotta make sure you're keeping up with your hydration. Some antidepressants, believe it or not, can kind of mess with that system in your body. People that are on SSRIs and SNRIs, most of them do fine, but a lot of them will tell you, I take my Cymbalta, for example. I take my Cymbalta and I just start sweating. And they just have the SSRI sweats. Well, you gotta think about that in the heat too. And it's not one we typically think about. So those medicines you wanna think about if you're out in the heat a lot. How am I gonna address that? Mostly by, drinking more water. Number two, this is an obvious one, but boy, is it easy to forget in the moment. Don't leave your medicine in the car. And that's kind of where this came from with the insulin is, even if you're doing exactly what you say, it's in the lunchbox, it's got the ice packs. You know that feeling when you walk in just that wave of heat when you open the door at the end of the day. Cars get up to 140, 160 degrees Fahrenheit. That's called denaturing the medication. It will ruin that medicine, and you may not even realize it's ruined. And something as important as insulin, boy, it better be potent. So you think you're doing the right thing, but you're not putting anything in. You're putting in a medicine that's not working. So it's easy to think about right now in the moment, but this is just your friendly reminder. Hey, make sure you don't leave it in the car. If you're going in somewhere, just bring the lunchbox with you. Nobody cares. If you're traveling with it, let them know, hey, I've got insulin. They'll understand. You don't want to leave that stuff in hot cars. Number three, believe it or not, some medicines can actually make you sun sensitive. And this is something that I have to think about a lot. During my practice in the summertime, I don't warn people as much about it in the winter. So, I have certain modes that I get into each time of year. This is the sun sensitive time. Coming up is flu season. After that, it's don't go let someone sneeze on you. Everybody's sick right now. Please don't come. We're overloaded with patients. So right now it's sun sensitivity. The big one that I always think about is doxycycline. Doxy is an antibiotic. It's probably my favorite antibiotic because you can do so much with it and it's so well tolerated, but it will make you sun sensitive. It will make it easier for you to sunburn. So when you're taking doxycycline, you got to think about, I got to wear a hat, I got to put my sleeves on, got to do my sunscreen. Even if I'm just going to the grocery store, I really got to make sure that I'm sun protected because I'm more at risk for the sun damage. Other things, believe it or not, Bactrim, we don't think about that one as much. Ciprofloxacin and other fluoroquinolones, these are all antibiotics to think about. And then obviously, again, the diuretics. Those are going to act a little bit differently. So the other one is some acne medicines will dry out the skin. Talk to your doctor. We don't have quite as many patients on those or listeners, but if you're on an acne medicine, talk to your doctor, see if it makes you sun sensitive. And then the last and not least, one that we may not think about immediately is vacation throws your routine off. It does not take much to throw my routine off. Personally, I take allergy medicines every morning when I remember. And if something happens, like if one of the kids are awake and they want to go do something, I guess I'm forgetting my allergy meds that morning because now my routine is thrown off. It is so easy. Luckily for me, allergy meds, if I miss them, I just get a stuffy nose and itchy eyes, and I remember. But blood pressure medicines, insulin, diabetic medicines, things that are really important. Set an alarm in your phone if you're going on vacation so that you remember, because 9 a.m. at your house is not going to be the same as 9 a.m. in San Antonio, So make sure you set an alarm. Make sure you bring a pill counter because it's easy to forget that I take my pills already or did I not. That helps too. So folks, It's summertime. We love summer here on Thursday Morning House Call. We are big fans. We had a great 4th of July and hope you did too. But there are some tips that you can do to make sure you stay happy and healthy this summer and take your medicines correctly.
Great advice from Dr. Aiena. Fantastic. All right, that's this week's edition of the Thursday Morning House Call, brought to you by Huntsville Memorial Hospital.
Let's keep Huntsville healthy.